don't know what's with my hair today. I've just finished watching The 100, and, you know, the hair, I usually have really, really good hair. Not to, you know, boast about it, but it's just not clicking today. I don't know. But, yeah, enough about me. Hello everyone, Liam Catterson here. We're on episode number 2 of season 3 of Daredevil, which is, please. We had a fantastic opener last week. Matt recovering from Middle of the Circle, which was a really, really, you know, fascinating experience for not only finding out what happened to him, but, you know, seeing the ramifications of like his injuries, like that deafness in his ear. We saw him, you know, finding his footing, but then, you know, being knocked a bit down, wanting to die. It was just a fantastic opener episode. We had a bit of Kingpin as well, which was really, really great, trying to make a deal with that Ray person in order for him to protect Vanessa, which is all well and good. But, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. So with that said, let's just delve right into episode number 2. The extended reaction is, of course, on Patreon. So with that said, let's go. Ooh, not good. Oh, jeez. That might have been the worst mistake of your life. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. No. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. No, sword of restraint. Oh, shit.
I heard God's call.
So you feel like being a nun is what you're meant to be?
Purpose.
Yes. Very much.
What if you couldn't be one anymore? If it were
I'm
taken.
Daredevil.
Your point being that if we can't fulfill our calling, we might be better off as worm food?
Answer the question.
And there we go.
I'll tell you what,
he feels
I wouldn't
better
do.
off dead.
God, Matthew, you have to listen more carefully. Because he speaks in whispers.
Oh man, I just feel so bad. Like, he's felt this drive that he's been pushed out by God, and he's had, you know, people like Fab
You don't want it.
trying to keep him in the light.
There's an unexpected connection between me and Wilson Fisk, because that's the truth. And then none of the other shit in my file will matter.
Quite potentially if Wilson's
Come on,
helped
Tammy.
him out. But,
Am I supposed to get out from under?
I mean, he's got a trick up his sleeve.
Okay. He's yours, but you need to keep him talking, Ray.
I got this.
He better last years, because he goes dry. We're both burned.
This is a jackpot, though. They're, like, bringing in the criminals thanks to Fisk, but he's got something up his sleeve that's gonna screw, you know, the FBI over anyway, so...
Helping you to help Vanessa. I can't do either of those things if I'm dead.
Man, I love this. He's fearing for his life, but he's reason to be, because Vanessa, if he dies, then Vanessa's safety dies as well. I'm just loving Wilson. Still wants to
I
try
don't
and
get to
help.
choose who I am. I'm Daredevil. Not even God can stop that now.
Oh my goodness. That's the thing though, this loss of faith is daunting. But sometimes you can't blame a person.
Excuse me,
I learned that anything I say, anything at all, you people will turn it into whatever you want to anyway.
Not like that.
Yeah, sure.
And it kind of depends. I could go on a rant
Even
about
though I
journalists,
really know
but
what
I'm
you're
not going to.
Your father almost got killed?
Nope. But people said that I killed my brother.
I'm sorry. We only got away because the other guy attacked him.
What other guy? You said there's another guy?
Yeah, he came out of nowhere. He had this black mask over his face.
Here we go.
You out of your damn mind.
Well, you helped
Fisk's
her out a
imprisonment
great
would
bunch.
continue at a private location under the constant supervision of the FBI.
I just love that
That's
talk,
house and
though.
horse.
Intel leads to the biggest crime drop in a decade.
The guy's a piece of shit.
You're right.
He is, but he's a helpful piece of shit.
Wilson Fisk is a piece of shit. And after every
Kind
time
of
I'm
sounds
in
like
the
the
room with
Spider-Man music.
I want to shout. This is over 7 years to the tune of $11 million. We got 0. That was some
Doesn't
shitty
it,
numbers.
though?
But here's another one. With Fisk's intel, we beheaded the Albanian syndicate in 1 day. 1 single day.
Fisk
No
helped
loss
out
of
a
life,
great
no
bunch.
injuries, no mayhem.
Much as it pains me
You
to
mean not
admit
going
it.
for this?
You got, like, look, do you want New York to become more of a shit show, or... It's your choice at the end of the day, but... Fisk helped out, although it's gonna kick him up the arse, potentially. Kids love Foggy.
Easy. Left pocket.
Gotta say though,
You're gonna
that
save it for
music
after
sounded
dinner,
like
right?
the
Don't tell
like
your mother!
for those who
Or my
have the
mother!
Spider-Man PS4 game.
You know how proud of you I am, Foggy? You're a big deal. Which is what you always wanted.
Did I?
Well, we can always
Ever
dream.
since you could talk, you went around telling people that you owned the store. They'd play along with it, too. Remember?
Yeah.
I love this. I love this. You know, family interaction.
I got it, Pops. I got it.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Ooh. This is not going to work good for anyone but Matt.
He must have blown a fuse.
You had hearing as well. Nice. Nice. Just beat them like a... Go on, Matt. Oh, he's not stick. Go on. Just done. Just done. I think that went down a lot better than, you know, the last time, but...
Devil suit?
No, but he was wearing a black mask, Foggy.
So it could be anybody.
It could also not be anybody.
Hell's
But
Kitchen
you know-
is ground zero for vigilantes these days. Believe me, I want it to be Matt too, but he's...
Just see Spidey
We
somewhere.
need to get
but
past that.
There's no proof of
the only time he's wearing a black mask is when he's got
You know how I
symbiote
know
on,
he's
which is
gone?
bad doo-doo.
Because if it was Matt, if he was really still alive, he would have reached out to us.
Who's
Oh,
gonna
I know,
break
but
the
you don't
bad
know
news
who
to
it is.
Foggy?
He's dead.
That acceptance.
Karen, come on, stay.
That's the thing though, they're both conflicting because they've got two different mindsets about... Oh boy, that was...
What?
Oof.
Thank God for you.
He didn't help you. I did.
Oh, wow. This is
You'll be under
juicy.
the strict supervision of my team. You will not remove your ankle monitor. You will not pass beyond the boundaries that will be shown to you. You will continue to have a strictly regulated schedule. That means eating, sleeping, shitting whenever I say. Do you understand,
Damn.
Mr. Fisk?
Got a shit schedule? That's...
I spent much of my
Shit.
life alone. I was longing for a connection that I
Found
could
it with
imagine,
Vanessa.
but I could not achieve. Searching and not
That
finding.
loneliness is just defeated by Vanessa, isn't it?
Until Vanessa. Love is the perfect prison. Inescapable.
Oh, see?
Do you see Agent Nadim?
That kind of sweet.
I will do whatever I must.
Are you gonna shed... Oh! Okay. Woo. Oh boy. I have a feeling that someone else likes Fisk as much as the FBI. Oh? I don't think that's... Wait. Is this who I think it is? That sharpness. Okay. It's Bullseye.
Don't move.
I'm sure. I am 99.99999% like thinking that is Bullseye. I mean, don't snap, Matt.
Everyone except Fisk. Somebody said he's en route to the safe house.
It's a damn shit show. The FBI just let Wilson Fisk out of prison.
I don't think Matt's going to be impressed with that, but I think that's going to push him, if anything. That's going to push him to try to find more of a purpose, since that's been the missing element. Yeah, like I said, though, I think, Matt's just going to go out there and, find some life, I guess, into Daredevil. I mean, he's already accepted that, he's no longer Matt, he's just Daredevil. But that's gotta fuel the fire. That's gotta fuel the fire for Matt, hearing about Fisk, basically being in public, and it should be really, really great stuff. I'm not sure, if Ray, I think, Ray was amongst, the voices that were saying, that was a complete shit show, because I think it was, some of the people heavily affected by, Fisk's snitching, so, that shot up the place. That was then shot up by, I assume, Bullseye, because if not, then the other person you can think of is Frank Castle, and he's not appearing in this season. That was last season, and we already have confirmation that Bullseye is going to be appearing anyways, and nobody can, be that talented other than Bullseye, so come on. So that's going to be very, very interesting, seeing Fisk and Bullseye work together, now that, I guess Bullseye has him under his, because he had that gun to his head, and we can see in episode 3 or maybe episode 4 how that will, fall out. But like I said, it's just going to be very, very interesting stuff. A really, really fascinating episode. I have to say, I loved Wilson's speech about, love being the ultimate prison for him. And I really, really loved, the passion he used. I mean, he's a very passionate person at the end of the day. Despite the shady crap that he pulls, despite everything, he is passionate, and his world opens up when he talks about Vanessa. So I thought that was really, really great at the end of the day. And I was just thinking when everything came about with that explosion, what is he going to do? I mean, he can't exactly risk legging it, if anything, and potentially putting Vanessa in danger, because, that's what he's made this deal to try and keep Vanessa safe, to basically snitch on all the criminals, and that's why, they attacked. So, it's just a very, very interesting concept that they've gone with, for me, because, I don't know, he is always this fearsome. And like I said, things are gonna, kick the FBI up the, more than this attack, but from Wilson's hand, I'm speaking about. I don't know, it's just a very intriguing concept, but that's the thing. That's love. And, he even said it, you can put me in a steel prison, all of that, but, love will be the only prison, that can hold me. And that's true. He can't stop fixating about Vanessa and how, you know, attached he is. It's really great. And like I said, he's a very passionate person. Beyond insane in terms of his physique and strength. It's like, yeah, very intimidating. I mean, I thought he was going to clobber that guy with the weight, and he would have been dead. Not like Oliver Queen, like an Arrow episode, like he was going to clobber. Well, he did clobber someone, and he's still alive. But with Wilson, that guy would have been dead. The person who, you know, stabbed him for snitching. Yeah. Good luck with that. But yeah, like I said, Wilson's story was just really, really great. And it was really, really fascinating to see, you know, the fear as well in his eyes. But like I said, that's all down to love at the end of the day, because if he dies, then any chance on helping Vanessa just dies, you know, with him. That's the thing, you know, he fears the most, Vanessa. Like, he fears what will happen to her, everything. And like I said, he's a very intimidating person, as we've gotten to know. But, you know, you could say Vanessa is his kryptonite, I guess. Like, or what could happen to Vanessa, should I say? Because, you know, that does strike a chord. And it's just really, really fantastic stuff to see. So, yeah. I also love, you know, Matt's story as well about continuing his loss of faith in God. And how, you know, that's really, really pushed him to, I guess, find his own path now. Separating his, you know, how he thought his past was played out with, you know, God and all that. Like, when he was saying about how he was young, he was listening and he thought he could answer their prayers to God. And now, you know, he's so detached from that. And as he, you know, compared himself, well, he didn't compare himself to Job, but he retold the story of Job, and he, you know, he blasted him because how God kept, you know, shitting on his life, and he still, you know, served him. Whereas, you know, Matt's done with that. So I really, really loved that, especially the flashbacks as well. Like, well, all the flashbacks. Well, there was only two, but you know, they were both really, really great, especially when, you know, there was that talk about, you know, Matt's anger and all of that, and, you know, how his situation from him being a child hasn't really changed today. But it was just really, really fantastic stuff to see from Matt, as well as, you know, him, faring better in this fight. So, yeah. But like, yeah, that was really, really great stuff to see, as well as, you know, Maggie, trying to confide in him. Like, there's that motherly instinct again, when she's like, you know, I'm always going to, like, be there no matter what, basically. So, yeah, I'm just anticipating for that reveal, like, from Matt's reaction as well. I just worry that something might happen, potentially. Just for that tragic feel. I don't know. I don't know. I'm quite morbid, because I have a feeling that something bad's gonna happen to Foggy's family. Something bad's gonna happen. I'm a very happy person. Positive. Woo. No, I'm sure the reaction will be really, really, as long as it doesn't end like season 2, where it's like, I'm your mother, and then cuts, and then we'll have to wait like another year and a bit on, to find out, how Matt, you know, coped with that revelation. So, yeah, no, but I'm really enjoying, you know, Matt's story at this point. I mean, he hasn't fully, well, now he will fully, commit to his Daredevil route now that he knows that Fisk is public. But, you know, before that, he hasn't fully come out. He's still trying to, you know, recuperate from his injuries, and he's still, you know, I guess ushering out his loss of faith in God. Which I'm really, really loving. Like to see someone, you know, passionate like Matt, you know, finally have enough, finally being the one to snap, and he's just in this really rough place at the minute. especially with the last episode where he was willing to die. He was wanting to die because he was without purpose. And, you know, they were talking about that, like, what, you become worm food. Basically, he should be left to die because, you know, Daredevil has always been a really, really fundamental purpose for Matt, so. And that's his only purpose, because he even made that, you know, comment saying, if you have more than one purpose, then yeah, you can't be committed to, you know, your, I guess, original, paraphrasing, but yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, Karen's story was really, really great as well, with how she, went to that person in the hospital, and how she kind of gave Karen a bit of hope. Foggy might not, you know, fully, because that's the thing. She might have told Karen about the fact that she saw someone in a mask, which will trigger her mind to think Daredevil, which you wouldn't be wrong. But as we've established in the last episode, Foggy and Karen are both on different stages of grief, with Foggy being acceptance and Karen's, you know, still in denial. And that's why Foggy can't really, you know, believe her at this point. He's accepted it, but, you know, Karen's shown all these signs, you know, keeping Matt's place alive. She still believes, like, she feels like she can't, like that Matt's still alive. I can't speak. And, you know, that's the real problem. There's this hope, but nobody can be able to listen to her because she's in denial. So that's a bit of a problem. But I really, really loved that story about, you know, how, you know, she was talking about her family and how that was a really, really poopy situation for her and nobody would believe her. And how, you know, that woman was basically, you know, a bit antsy about, you know, telling her story to begin with until she listened to Karen's story about how her incident, you know, led to people not believing her side of the story. Because that's the thing, you know, journalists will fabricate stuff, and I'm glad that she turned around to truth at the end of the day, because they can fabricate stuff. But yeah, it was just really, really great to see, you know, Karen's story as well, and, you know, how she's clicking, with that Midland Circle thing, with the breathing difficulties, I think it was, she was reporting on. Clinching on to Matt so much. It's disheartening because, I mean, that's the thing. He is alive and nobody's gonna believe, she's gonna be like, I told you also, when she eventually sees Matt. But it's just so disheartening because, you know, she has all of this feeling, and you can understand why people are like, you know, noping. Because they might be on different stages of grief, like Foggy is, but, you know, now that, you know, she's heard someone say that I found someone in a black mask and that, and she's told Foggy, it must be a bit frustrating, especially since Foggy knows that, you know, Matt's donned the black suit before, he donned the red. But it could be any vigilante. It could be Spider-Man with a symbiote, and that would be really, really terrifying, wouldn't it? Yeah, after Infinity War, Spider-Man comes back with the symbiote. So, yeah, no, in all seriousness, you do feel a bit for Karen. So, hopefully, you know, she's gonna have that I told you so treatment, by the time Matt comes back around. Was there something else? I don't think so. Oh, apart from, you know, it was really, really great to see Foggy and him getting on with family, him confiding in his brother about everything, about how, you know, despite being up there, he's lost without Matt, which was a really, really, you know, sweet scene to get around to. So, yeah. But overall, another great episode. Things picked up. Now Wilson's out of prison. Bullseye showed up. Not confirmed, but we know. And yeah, Matt's story is just continuing to be more and more impressive. I'm really loving this at the minute, this season. Especially seeing Wilson and Matt back. I mean, that's the thing though. Both Matt and Wilson are two strong characters that really, like, all the shows have had their own degrees of strength, but this one is like hard to topple because both Charlie and Vincent play their characters really, 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 really well. There's a lot of really, but that's how, you know, amazing they are playing their roles. And like I said, some of the facial expressions on Wilson was just really, really incredible to watch, just to show, you know, his passion, his hurt, everything, his emotions. It's just really fantastic to see, and I'm loving, you know, I'm just loving that the fact that we're having season 3 and, you know, we're having a returning villain, I guess. And who better than, you know, Wilson Fisk, someone who not only, you know, broke the foundations of fantastic villains in the Marvel Netflix universe, but someone who is, you know, even if you separate that, he's just a fantastic character overall. So yeah, I'm really enjoying what we're getting so far with season 3 of Daredevil. We finished season 2 a long time ago, but no, I'm enjoying everything thus far, and this, you know, show is just ace at the minute. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out all my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!